On the morning of July 1st, 2022, I would be back at the Greenville, South Carolina Amtrak station waiting to ride Amtrak 19 once again. NS 211 would roll through Greenville with a friendly crew in command of this Croxton, New Jersey to Atlanta, Georgia intermodal train. After 211 passed the station, Amtrak 19 would arrive in Greenville right on time at 5:24 a.m. The train would stop in Toccoa, Georgia, next to a Norfolk Southern maintenance of way train with a Norfolk Southern passenger car and several camp cars. We would pass through Toccoa Yard after departing the station. While riding past the yard, we would meet NS 212, a hotshot intermodal from Atlanta, Georgia to Croxton, New Jersey. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the engine numbers, but the power was the usual trio of NSGEs.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Have your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, that last station stop was Toccoa, Georgia. Our next station stop will be that of Gainesville. Gainesville, Georgia will be our next station stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I will make an announcement upon our arrival. Also, at this time, the cafe car is closed. The cafe car is having technical difficulties with the register. We are on the phone at this moment with customer support, with technical support. Once we finish this process, we will open the cafe up. At this time, the cafe car is closed. We are having technical difficulties with the register. We are on the phone with technical support. Once we get this process done, then we will open up the cafe car to the train. We do apologize for any inconvenience this may cause anyone. Once again, the cafe car is closed.
In Lula, Georgia, we would pass an old Southern Railroad caboose, as well as some flat cars loaded with pipes. We would pass 4 trains upon our arrival in Gainesville, Georgia. Train 1 would be NSP-81, with NS-6087 and SD-40-2, and NS-6919 and SD-60E as the power. Train 2 would be the Cargill Industrial Power, consisting of SD-20, CRGX-610, and GP9, CRGX-405. Trains 3 and 4 would be light power for grain train NS-55R and local NSP-67 respectively. 55R would have NS-9769, NS-9668, and NS-4273, while P-67 would have NS-7614 as the sole engine.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your attention please. Ladies and gentlemen, our next station stop will be that of Gainesville, Georgia. If Gainesville is your station stop, please take the time to gather your belongings and prepare to detrain. Once again, next
60, 87, 69, 19. Cargill 610 and Cargill 405. NS 9769, NS 9668, NS 4273. Arriving in Gainesville, Georgia.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this stop is Gainesville. Gainesville, Georgia. If this is your stop, gather your belongings, make your way down to the vestibule, the D train. Gainesville, now arrival.
Coming into Doraville, Georgia, we would meet NS-204 at Control Point Ray. NS-8090 and NS-9832 would be the head end power, and the mid-train DPUs were 2 other Norfolk Southern GEs that I could not get numbers for.
$80.90, $98.32, I think. NS204. 2 NSGEs as the DPUs.
As we got closer to Atlanta, we would overtake NS E59, which had NS 9675, NS 4310, and NS 1172 for power. I moved to the cafe car to get a video of this train. (1172, 4310, and 9675). The Atlanta train station has a good view of Interstate 85 in downtown Atlanta. Avoiding all of this traffic is one of the upsides of riding Amtrak. Atlanta is a major stop, so they allow people to get out and walk around while the train is stopped at the station. I would take this as a photo opportunity and get this shot of the train in Atlanta Station. In the distance, you can make out Control Point Armor, which is an old Southern Railroad signal bridge. After we left the station, the conductor did a ticket check, so I was not able to get much footage of Inman Yard. The only train I was able to get on camera, well, sort of, was NS 175, which had a trio of Union Pacific engines. Even though most of the trains we passed were on the conductor side of the train, I recommend sitting on the engineer side of the train should you want a good view of Inman Yard going south. We would roll by Control Point Bridge after passing through Inman Yard. Here we see Amtrak 19 going around one of many sharp curves on the East End District. We would then cross over Norfolk Southern's C line in Bremen, Georgia. Arriving in Anniston, Alabama, we would stop beside NS A64's power. This would be the only train I would catch between Atlanta and Birmingham.
3345, 6917, 6928.
Scenery would be the name of the game for the rest of the way to Birmingham. Noteworthy locations would be the Coosa River Bridge, a portion of Lovick Tunnel, and going around Lovick Curve. Coming into Birmingham, NS 10A, which had a CNES 44 leading, would catch me by surprise, and I was unable to get it on camera. I was able to catch a GREX train, which appeared to have a fresh AC-44C6M leading at Norris Junction. However, I was unable to get an engine number for a train ID. Before stopping in Birmingham, we would overtake NS 341, which had a pair of SD70 ACEs leading the Irondale, Alabama to Selma, Alabama mixed freight.
SD70As. SD70As.
I think that second one was 1183. We would also pass the 32nd Avenue interlocking and Sloss Furnace before making our station stop in Birmingham. Once again, plenty of people boarded the train in Birmingham, which is another major stop on the Crescent's route. Although people did get off to stretch their legs, I would elect to stay on the train this time. NS 341 would pull past Amtrak 19 and stop at the signal, which would block my view of NS 24E.
1163. 1003. I think that was 9610. It's another NSGE. Can't see the road number. KCS third. This looks like a 220.
Upon departing Birmingham Station, I would miss a northbound CSX train. I would get to see CSX M222, which had CSX T5216 and CSX T3425, waiting for the train ahead of it to clear. I would get a better view of the NS3B connection at Control Point Burstall. Regarding seating arrangements, I recommend sitting on the conductor's side of the train when heading south out of Birmingham. Most of the sightings are on the conductor's side of the train south of Birmingham, as opposed to north of Birmingham, where most of the sightings are on the engineer's side. This way, you can see more of the trains you meet and maximize the number of trains you see on your trip. NS 6132 would be the sole power for NS 840 in McCall, Alabama.
NS 6132.
Locals NS A37 and NS A58, which has SD60E, NS 6929, and SD40-2, NS 3281, respectively, were both parked in front of the Tuscaloosa Amtrak station. After our stop, we would take the siding behind the mixed freight to wait on NS 226 to pass. That mixed freight would be NS 355, an Irondale, Alabama to New Orleans, Louisiana train led by NS 1018 and NS 4192. We would later cross the Black Warrior River Bridge and meet NS A56 on the other side. NS A56 is a local that originates out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, works the Norfolk Southern Alabama Gulf Coast Railway interchange in Boology, Alabama, and then turns back north to Tuscaloosa. This train would be led by SD60E NS 6907, SD40E NS 6301, and SD60E NS 6948. We would then pass over the Norfolk Southern Alabama Gulf Coast Railway interlocking in Boology, Alabama. There would be much less glare from the sun this time around. We would see 4 trains between Boology and Meridian, the first train being NS 219, which is otherwise known as KCS IATDA, going from Atlanta, Georgia to Dallas, Texas. We would overtake 219 in Livingston, Alabama, and wait on Train 2, NS 130, south of Livingston. NS 130 would have SD40E NS 6313, second of 5 engines. In York, Alabama, we would overtake NS 225, which is otherwise known as UPZ AILA, going from Atlanta, Georgia to Los Angeles, California. UP SD70 ACE 8384 would lead 3 other UP engines on the California-bound stack train. Train 4 would be Amtrak 20, the northbound crescent. Leading Amtrak 20 would be Amtrak's Phase 2 Heritage Unit, Amtrak 130. After Boology, we would cross the Tombigbee River and the White Cliffs of Epes, Alabama. The bridge in front of me is Highway 11. $98.09, $63.13, $76.85, $44.56, $97.75. Wow. $51.36, $76.28, $65.51, and $83.84. And that's $2.25. Amtrak 130, Amtrak something with a 3 on the end. Here we pass the site of a derailment that occurred a couple of years ago. This derailment occurred north of the community of Russell, Mississippi, which is just north of Meridian. Also, the trailing engine on Amtrak 20 was P42DC Amtrak 23. Enjoy the scenery on the last leg of the trip to Meridian, Mississippi. I would arrive in Meridian an hour and 36 minutes behind schedule, which is not bad when compared to the previous trip. Minutes after I detrained, Amtrak 19 would depart Meridian and continue its journey to New Orleans, Louisiana. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for more railroad related content like this. Thank you for watching. Till next time.
Thank you.